I grew up understanding that as a male, you had to have that swag, that flair about you, that you could touch the emotions of someone else, or you're going to be by yourself, That's the way it was back in the day. You had to talk to a lady and be able to touch her heart, So I don't know, PoeEtiq. What about your generation?
Well, if you're going to speak of my generation, bro, you got to understand, when our generation, when rap first came out, we wrote feel-good songs. We wrote songs that were about our neighborhood that everybody could relate to growing up. We had out-of-the-box thinkers that said, I don't want to be there. I don't want to be in that spot. So they wrote about the feel-good times of where you can play a song at a barbecue and everybody can relate to it. Or they wrote something about their grandmother. Or they wrote something about the girl down the street who's having a hard time and she's got caught up in drugs and trying to tell you you might not want to go down that road. It was a great balance of things. It was not just about how well I dress. We wrote about songs about I like that girl. She's my heart. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Don't get me wrong. We wrote. You had Boys to Men writing awesome songs. You had Pop writing awesome songs. Silk. All of these songs that we can just all relate to. We're going to 216-282. Please state your name, where you're calling from, and give us your input on tonight's topic. Writing a song from the consumer's perspective. You now have the floor.
Yeah, my name is Christoper, and I'm calling from Cleveland, Ohio.
Christoper, what's your thoughts on tonight's topic? And do you have a love song that they wrote in hip-hop?
Do I have a love song? Well, I rarely hear any love songs today, so I can't answer that.
How about in the past? Do you remember one? Because if not, I will find it.
I remember writing my own love song a few years ago.
All right, we want to hear it. What's your name again?
Christoper. Don't you call me Chris?
Chris. All right, Chris.
Yeah. No, actually, I can't remember the words. I had it recorded. I just don't have it on me right now.
Right, Chris, you know you can't go around.
That's okay, Chris. He just trying to put you under the bus because I asked him for a love song, a hip hop love song, and he could not tell me one in the history of hip hop. I cannot think of one hip hop love song I would make love to my woman with the lights down low. I'm sorry.
Well, I can relate to what you're saying there. That don't mean every song every song don't have to be a song that you can make love to, Raw Dawg. But you can be writing about a significant other that you love. That's a love song. Okay,
but listen to me. Let's see. I'm going to take away your player's card now. I'm going to punch a hole in your player's card because you just don't know. See, you young whippers just don't know. A lot of hip-hop artists don't think it's manly to smooth it down to that point. It's not their fault. It's just peer pressure around them and the hip-hop circle. See,
I want to hear from Chris.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts, Chris?
Yeah, I wanted to say that I think part of the reason why we don't hear too many, feel-good songs or soul music today is because, number one, people are not sensitive to their feelings. Now, I know some people equate sensitivity to being a punk or something like that or being soft, but like somebody like Tupac, like even though people may look at him like a thug or whatever, he was actually sensitive to his feelings. I'm one of those people who like to write a journal or a diary of myself. Some people say that it's good to write every day about what went on in your day. I think that would be a start for somebody who's not sensitive in their rhymes. I know. Okay, let's say in real life. Let's say when you're having a social interaction with people, you have to find somebody that you are willing to spill your heart out to. Like, you can have a deep conversation with a female, for example. As a man, you must be willing to, just say one of your darkest secrets. Somebody that you can trust, somebody who's not going to be judgmental. I think that would be a start for you to be sensitive. And once you become a sensitive person, you become a sensitive writer. And once you become a sensitive writer, you then become a sensitive hip-hop artist.
Wow. You heard that, Raw Dawg?
I heard that. And see, there's in this music industry, to be real, and as Chris said, a lot of people don't want to show that side of it. But guess what? The truth will set you free. Don't worry about what the people say. If you tell yourself the truth and you can put it down, you're going to find out your truth is the same as somebody else's truth. And that's the strange thing about songs. People embrace hearing the truth that they may not be outspoken enough to say. But they'll say, yeah, right on, you get that one. But then you as a male, you're trying to appeal to the female crowd. If you can get the females to come, the guys are going to be there. So don't be afraid to express yourself, because, you see, females love that. And the ones that don't love it, you probably wouldn't want to be around anyway, because that's part of understanding who you are and what circle you want to surround yourself with. So, be true to yourself, and then you can be true to your music.
Right. So I guess the question is, how do we become true to ourselves in the first place? Because I believe it starts in your social life. Because, I know somewhere in the Bible it says, whatever is in your heart is going to come out of your mouth. And so I guess it starts with, how to open up in the first place. And I think that's the start. I'm one of those people who have no problem expressing my feelings, especially to a female companion. I have no problem doing that. I don't know how that came about. I don't know. I mean, I guess part of that is because of my personality, but I don't know what put me in a position to be okay with telling my dark secrets. And so I guess, we have to, find a solution to allow some of our modern day rappers to open themselves up. And once they do that, then that's when they come out with soulful lyrics that people will be able to relate to.
But see, you know what? See, that's what makes you a beautiful person, because you can do that. And that's freedom within itself. You're not trying to be a phony. If you cannot be accepted for who you are and what you've done or where you've been, then okay. But at least the cards are on the table. And I can appreciate that, from one man to another man. I can appreciate that. That's good quality, And so don't ever stop that, because once you stop that, you're not being true to yourself, and then you have to be someone that they want you to be. And playing a character has never been a 24-hour situation that anybody feels comfortable in. So, you go for it. Hey. You can ride in my car anytime. Seriously. Now, PoeEtiq?
Yeah, thanks for the ride.
We wave at you at the bus stop as we go by. No, you can ride too, PoeEtiq.